welcome. Today we damn, I kind of screwed up. Alright, today we damn, I can't make that. Alright, today it's the palm trees and beaches of Miami, which will bring you race 2 on the ARC NASCAR 85 season. I don't know why the stream ended before, but hi, I am Aiden Johnson, or small NASCAR fan, known on PlayStation. On PlayStation. And I am the play-by-play announcer for Miami race 2 on the season. I did Daytona last week. That was a very eventful race. Drivers just finished with the drivers meeting, and they are in the race, well, in qualifying right now. The stream ended before. I don't know why it did. It like had a weird moment where it like ended. I don't know why it did that. I'm just gonna kind of like do something real quick. Socials up, right? Alright, yeah, it's already up. Good. Good. Alright, everything is there. Alright. Choose cone is a little different. It's not the line like it pretty sure it was at Daytona. It may have been not. I think it was down the back also. But there's a specific choose cone here in Miami that the admins and owners came up with. Basically, in the turn 1, with the access road, if you want to pick the bottom, you go down the access road. If you want to pick the top, you stay on the track. If you go in the grass, from at least my understanding of it, that is a choose cone violation, and you'll be sent to the back. If you can argue that, and if it's proven that you didn't violate that, then you should be fine. But if it proves that you did, or you don't show enough evidence, then you get a points penalty. So take your risk if you want. Last week we saw Hendrick win, and basically immediately, the night after the race, he was the hot topic, basically, and he instantly got signed. I said he was a reserve, and he was a reserve until the race ended. Then, basically right after, I'm pretty sure I forgot who retired or like stepped down from racing, and it gave way for Hendrick to jump into what I think is a 66 car. I may be a little bit wrong on that, but either way. I'm pretty sure we're in the Gen 6 cars, but we could be in the next gen cars. I just want to clarify that first before, before we get too far in. I want to check if I have an invite to the lobby. I don't. Well, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, they're in qualifying. So yeah. A couple things happened, a couple people got suspended, couple new drivers in cars. I'm pretty sure John and Strexy have joined. Well, not have joined. Strexy just got unbanned, just joined today. I don't know if he's racing, but I'm pretty sure he is. And John, I'm pretty sure also is racing. I'm pretty sure those are the two new guys, from what I know. However, there may be more that I will try to follow throughout the race. We'll keep an eye on those drivers. We could have another surprise winner, just like we did at Daytona. But here's a little different. Daytona was a 2.5 mile. Now we go to a 1.5 miles. That is a whole mile difference. That's a lot. It completely changes the racing. Daytona, it's all about bumping. What? It's all about bumping. It's all about the draft. You have to stay in the draft. Here, it's a lot. What? Alright, what? They're just talking about the stuff in the Discord. I got confused. Either way, we're ready. I'm pretty sure they're going to be racing soon, from what I understand. Okay, we have Two Dog Stream. I got an invite from Boom. I'm just gonna check what the cars are. Dude, Gen 6 good. We don't have to switch cars. Yes. Let's go. Alright, so I'm looking around trying to see if I see anyone new. It looks like Boom qualified on pole. To me, that's not a surprise. To other people, that may be a surprise. I personally know Boom, so yeah. Let's try to see if I can find other. Jackson qualified second, so that's the front row. Boom and Jackson, from what I understand. I'm just waiting for them to unpause. They're still waiting on stuff. A lot of people did not qualify though. There's a lot of people in the chat, I'm pretty sure. There's at least like, some people are saying half the field, some people are saying quarter of the field. I would say more closer to a quarter of the field did not decide to qualify, so that may kind of change a bit, but track position will be key here. Pretty big race again. We had a big show at Daytona, 33 people. And today we have from what looks like 31, give or take 1 or 2 people. It's 31 in the lobby right now, but that could change. Again, people still might have to join, people might have to leave. You never know. Yeah. But yeah, we saw a lot of pitch strategy, and we're gonna see it again. But it won't be as important. Pitch strategy decided the race, and it will probably decide the race here if we get long green flag runs. But you're not going to necessarily want to pit with everyone now. You can get off sequence. You can try going a lap later, a lap earlier, and really try undercutting and overcutting, doing whatever kind of suits your style. Or you could just go to however you feel. Some people may like to push early, some people may like to save their stuff, and we'll really see kind of a transition point probably as we go through the run, where cars that were good at the start falling off, and cars that were saving their stuff or just have good long run cars that to kind of go up. And it'll definitely be interesting to see who are the fast cars off the bat and who are the fast cars as we get 15, 20, 30 laps on the tires.
Oh
2x wear, so I think you can go like 29 laps, if I'm correct. That's what you can do at most mountain halves, 29 laps, 30 laps, so right there. Now, I cannot exactly say the stages yet, because I'm not fully certain on stages. They just unpaused the timer, so we have like 30 seconds left to just yep, I guess. But yeah, there's gonna be a couple interesting guys. Just see, I'm trying to figure out who starts third, because that's kind of important. I cannot see who starts third, so we're out of luck. We'll see when we get on the good. I'm pretty sure I missed the green flag last time at Daytona, like by like a tiny bit. Actually, no, I didn't, because they had to do a pace lap. So I have to be quick this time. I can join now. I may be a little late. I was just talking about being quick, and I may just be a little late. Alright, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Couple cars, I'm pretty sure get EOL'd, which is end of line, or short for end of line. Yeah. That's not something we see much in Heat 5, at least from what my personal experience, but yeah. Alright, well actually, we're loading, so I think we're going. I think we're good. Yep. Boom is gonna lead us into the Geico restart zone. It's not even Geico anymore. We're green in Miami. Jackson on the outside. Jackson came so close at Daytona. He was a half a lap away. He's gonna start on the outside, just like he was on the last lap of Daytona. Boom currently gets the lead. Jackson's gonna fall in behind him. Pretty much of them behind. They're fanning out. I think a couple cars hit the wall. Jackson goes to the inside of Boom. Boom likes the top here, and he's going to run the top. And not really. He kind of went to the middle. Kind of bailed out on the top. Jackson will be able to get clear. I think he will. Jackson's going to lead lap 1 if he doesn't screw it up. He does. Well, he hits it right. Hendrick in the 32 car. Again, we said how Hendrick was... how Hendrick won Daytona and how he was such a... he was probably the biggest free agent or biggest guy you could put in your car. And yeah, he definitely easily got picked up. It looks like he's in the 32. Well, not looks like, he is in the 32. Cody LeBear on the outside in the 78. He did not have that good of a Daytona race. Kind of was in the middle of a lot of things. Tanner in the 24 car. Apparently Exalta left after Tanner got a penalty. So Exalta's not gonna be on for the next couple races. So he's running a test car with no sponsors. Oh, whoa, Jackson, he saved it. There's a car all the way down on the... I think a car... no, they may have saved it. Either way, back to the lead. Hendrick still trying to hold on. Shake's going to the lead now. Shake and Hendrick were nose to tail at the end of Daytona. And they are first and second again. Yeah. Hendrick likes the middle here from what I can... from what I understand about racing with Hendrick. Ooh, whoa. I don't know if you guys saw that in the back, especially in the 13. And it looks like the 10 also kind of got into it. I couldn't tell if Spexy was exactly in it, but I mean, that was the first camera I switched to. Contact between Cody and Tanner. Mufasa in the 11. He was not on the right strategy at Daytona. Hopefully he can have a good rebound here. I'm guessing the 6 is Heredia? Yep. 6 is Heredia. There's a whole jumble of cars on the outside. Oh, Jamie Wright almost wrecked it, and he got sent in the middle and was a ping pong for a second. Tanner and the kind of dark blue 24 on the outside. He's probably got the worst of it out of everyone. We see Tactical Shaft back here. Electric all in the middle of it. And back for a battle for the lead. Already on the outside for third. And Shake's going to fend off Hendrick for now. Moose goes in behind Heredia. Spexy on the inside, the 19. Let's figure out who the 19 is. I may have just passed him a while ago. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, there's a 19. Hold on. I was just checking something. We are on lap 7 right now. Man, how time flies. It only takes about 31 seconds, 32 seconds, as the tires were kind of higher 32-second lap times to get around this track. And yeah, we're definitely going to see, again, we talked about how your car can handle good now, but how about in the later stages of the run? How will that kind of play out? We know Homestead is a looser track, so we see people, I'm guessing at least a lot of people running 2s, 3s, maybe 4s. If we see people running 5s, 6s, they're going to really be struggling at the end. There's also a bump out of turn 2, which can really catch people out. I haven't really figured out exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure it's on the top side. I don't know how you hit it, but I've hit it many times, and so has many people. You're basically guaranteed to hit that bump off of 2 anytime you go to Homestead. It's just whether you get lucky or not. 34 made some contact with the 19, Sexy on the inside, the 19. Jackson, who started on the outside, pole, he's behind Spexy, and I can't tell if they're really kind of sitting back and chilling or they're really struggling. However, pole sitter, I have no idea. Let's figure it out. Where's Boom? Tanner's out of the race, I think. Boom. Natsu got wrecked. Boom. I'm pretty sure got wrecked, and he is now all the way back here. Boom is not going to be liking that. Let's just say that. However, back to the battle for the lead. Hendrick on the outside of Heredia for second. Shake is going to try to run away. Apparently Hendricks had a couple spikes. That's not good for now. Lag, obviously an issue we have to deal with in virtual racing. And sometimes you can just get unlucky. Sometimes it's your internet. Sometimes it's... yeah. Shake still leads. The top three all kind of content. Car in the wall. It's Jackson. Jamie right down to the inside. They both wreck. Jamie Wright's looking like he's going to get back on track, as you see, and that's the orange car that was on the apron. He got back, it looks like, fine. He had a lot of damage, though. Jackson, I cannot say the same for him. The two guys on the front row all had issues, well, both had issues, and now they are in the back. Hendrick on the inside of Heredia this time in the Corey LaJoy pandemic scheme. Shake has been leading so far. Again, how will the tires play into this? Right now it looks like Shake's car is fine, but how over the long run will that change? Is everyone kind of pacing themselves right now? Or there are a couple people pushing. We don't know. This is all something we'll figure out later in the race. We can't tell exactly because they're all kind of in a battle, but you can still be pushing. You can still be chilling as you're battling. It's really tough to figure out, though. However, it looks like, I'm trying to get a number on this, I think it's the top 7 are all kind of, pulling away. A lot of, well, pretty much all 7 of these guys are really good, talented drivers, so I'm not surprised by it. They're all keeping it mostly clean. Oh, the 19, he saved it. Again, he hit the bump, I'm guessing, and that got his car a little unstable. 34 kind of sailed it off in the corner. I still don't know who the 34 is. That is Mason. Okay. But yeah, Heredia now has gone past, he was battled a lot, but now he's gone past all of the battling. Now he's right on the back bumper of Shake. Well, Heredia want to make a move. The 19's been losing it a lot, and that puts Mason in the wall. That's going to lose him a lot of time. The 3 cars going a lap down here. Whether it's off pace or he has damage, I can't fully tell. He's not close enough. Shake kind of screwed up the corner. That's going to leave the door wide open for Heredia. Heredia does not take it, but these two are pulling away as the rest of the field is trying to battle. A lot of the time, they're not necessarily trying to battle, but they're trying to figure out who can lead the pack, and all it takes is the second place car to not be happy with the first place car, and it really can lose them a lot of time. So you have to figure out who is the better leader, who's gonna lead you back up there. It looks like the 19's gonna be their choice for now. Will he be able to pull them up? Probably. They have more cars, they have numbers. Now, numbers isn't a huge thing here, but it still does matter. In the end of the day, it still is the same game that we ran just last week. Oh, 32, Hendrick almost wrecked. Heredia peeks to the inside. Will Shake give it to him? I mean, he didn't really put up a battle yet. He's going to still be hanging on the outside, though. That's going to take Heredia's exit away. Yeah, Shake doesn't back out. He holds on tough, and that's just going to allow the other guys behind who are not battling to get right back up to these guys. Heredia felt like he was faster, said, okay, let's go try to make a pass early. It might cost them the gap that they had. Shake is just not... We talk about kind of tires and how they wear and how certain cars change to your liking or not. And it seems like Shake's car is just slowly starting to fall off. It's not how he wants it anymore. Well, Heredia has just kind of been nice, smooth. We see Shake, he's just been making mistakes like that. Heredia, again, nice and smooth. And that's what gets him up into the lead. The 16 of Jackson, the 3 car, both... the 2 lap cars ahead. Will they go a lap down in time? Probably. Talking about time, we are coming onto lap 20 now of this race. Still a far ways to go. 134 laps is in this race, and that means we have about 114 left. I think, or maybe 115. People pin this time. 00 I heard is pin. Looks like Shake kind of getting the bumper already. I couldn't fully tell. Now Svexy, again, a new guy. He was banned just about 48 hours ago, and now here he is running up in the top 3. What is it with 48 hours ago? They were not even in the league, and now they're running up at the front. Hendrick won the race, and 48 hours ago he was hardly even in the league. He didn't even have a ride. And then now Svexy, who was banned 48 hours ago, is now chilling right in third and is closing on Heredia and Shake. Yeah, he was able to get by the 19, and it looks like the 19 just does not have the traction or the pace on the long run that these top 3 have. Oh, you're seeing Heredia kind of start to struggle. When you get to the lead, that's when you start to kind of push more. Heredia's been solid when he hasn't been pushing. Now he starts pushing. That's when the car can really step out. Oh, 13 lag. I think he might be lagging on other people's screens. 96 is in this time. Jamie Wright is in this time. That is who is in the 96. He wrecked with Jackson. I'm pretty sure Jackson just pitted because he was just ahead of the 3 car, and yeah. We just see Shake, he's really starting to struggle, and it's going to depend. Does Svexy have a car that can lead? He has a car that's stable, but so does Heredia. It's just, can he lead and push? That's the thing. Heredia almost hit the wall trying to Lawson line it there. Oh, will Svexy get in? No. Heredia's going to fill that hole. Heredia's been starting to move to the top. It looks like it wasn't really working on the bottom for him, so he just moved up to the top, so run there. He's got to watch out for the bump there. I think he's high enough to the point where he didn't hit it. He's going to get the side draft on Svexy. This has allowed the 19 to pull ahead, or pull up to these guys, and so have Mason and Hendrick. They're side by side, but they're also close. And Mufasa has been kind of chilling so far. The 10 apparently is lagging. Let's figure out who that is quickly, because I want to get back to the battle for the lead. 10 car is lagging. 10 car is John. John is the other new guy to the league. Well, he's been in the league for a bit now, but he just got a new ride. And yeah, Svexy again. He was not in the league not too long ago, and now here he is, battling for the lead. He's on the inside of Shake. He's been able to really conserve his stuff. He's really the only one, maybe besides Mufasa, that I've seen really kind of conserve their stuff and not be up in the middle of the battles. He was just kind of tailing that pack, and then once he kind of realized they're kind of losing time, he started to push and use a little bit of his stuff, and we're seeing what kind of being cautious on your tires and cautious on your fuel, just cautious in general, can get you. It can get you the lead right now. 3 car is going a lap down. Looks like they've not hit the setup on that 3 car. He's gonna pull off to the apron. He came back on the track. The apron, not really a place you can pull off if you keep a lot of speed. Oh, Mason, I just saw 3 car just got wrecked by a lead lap car. I couldn't tell who it was though. Yellow is out now. Shake is in the pits right now. He is going to come out. Yeah. That's cool. Alright. I'm trying to do something quickly, so I'm just gonna do that. Alright,
out for the cars on the inside. I don't know where exactly.
Either way. First caution, I don't have a clarification on what happened. Now, one person that did not help necessarily, actually may have helped him, was Shake. Because Shake was, had pitted that time by. He's gonna have slightly more worn tires, but he can stay out here. Pits are closed right now, as of now. That's why we're going to see no one peel off, unless you have to. That's the only time, but I don't think they're far enough on the field to the point where they have to. We are on lap 28, coming to 29 at Homestead so far. The 77's getting his lap back. I'm going to try to check how many laps are in this stage. So let's check if the stage is put in here. 40, 80, and then 134. So we're gonna be about, when we get back going, we're gonna be about 9, maybe 8 to go. So not a lot of time to work with. It's really gonna be now. It's gonna be off of raw pace. We saw long run pace. We saw who can manage their stuff. That was a good, nice long run to the point where, I mean, they were about to pit in like 2-3 laps. So we got enough of a kind of sample size to understand who will be a threat in the long run, but now we get to see who's going to be a threat in the short run. That's what we're going to see. A lot of people probably going to loosen up their cars, knowing it's only really like an 8-lap run. Heck, some people might try to stay out, and actually I don't think that's an option, but just gas and go could be an option. 2 tires could be an option. We're really going to see a lot of strategy played, and especially if you're further in the back, maybe outside the top 10, outside the top 15, you might want to try something to get track position or get track position back if you're someone like the 16 or 88. Everyone is going to, mostly everyone, the 9 stayed out. The 9 is, drum roll please, please, the 9 is last place. That's his name. He's not actually in last place. That's his name. Alright, let's see. So Svexy was the leader. Shake stayed out. You see him on track. So I couldn't tell the other car and the 88. So Boom, Shake, and someone else stayed out. Jackson's coming in. Huddy is gonna beat Svexy off the pits, and it looks like the 19's gonna come out in third, and the 78, and then the 11. That's the top 5 out of the pits. However, mind you, 3 cars stayed out. This is definitely going to jump up the field. Shake, we know he's on good tires. I do not have a confirmation on the 88 and what I think is the 16. But yeah, that is the Pro League 66. Not 66, 16, my bad. Again, they're just going over choose cone stuff. Shake and Bake is in the lead. Here is the first guy on fresh tires is the 6 car. Shake is technically not on fresh tires, but he also technically is. His tires are going to be a little bit worn, which gives the advantage to cars that just pitted. However, there's a gap between. Now here we go. Here's the choose cone. Shake is definitely going to the bottom. That has been a guarantee. It looks like the 88 of Boom is going to the outside. Whoever's going to follow him. Svexy is the 3rd car on the bottom. I almost just had a seizure. But yeah. So, mind you, the top 3, the 88, 38, and 16, all did stay out on the stop. How worn are their tires? We can guess about 2 laps if they did stay out. like about 2 laps of green flag racing. For some, Shake, we know he just came out of the pits, so I would say probably about 1.5 of green flag racing, because all the pace laps, but he did have to catch back up to the field. That's one thing. However, Shake will lead us to the green. In the restart zone there, you see the dark blue on the wall, and there'll be lines on the track. That's the zone that he can go in. He's gonna go late in the zone. He caught out Boom. How badly though? It's gonna be enough to clear, but Boom is gonna be able to get in potentially behind, and Heredia is gonna jump up to the high lane. He was already on the high lane. He looked down for a second, but decided to stay up. The 16 did not get a good start. That absolutely killed Spexy's momentum. And now he's stuck behind as he slowly fades. Car low, all the way low. He saved it. He's going to have to merge on the track. I completely missed that, but that's the 18 of AJ. Shake picks the bottom. Boom on the outside. They're forming a barricade against Heredia. Where's Heredia gonna go? He's gonna currently be on the back bumper of Boom. Shake's gonna slide up on the worn tire. Not really worn tires. He slid up too much. He hit the wall. Boom is all over the back bumper. Heredia's there too. Here comes Mason on new tires. And the 19. And everyone on new tires. The 16, you can see him back there. He's just engulfed in cars with new tires. Again, the tires are not extremely worn, but just enough worn to the point where it makes a difference. Even 1% here can be a difference. We saw what was the difference between people pushing, people not. This is basically the difference here, but on a shorter run. Heredia to the outside. Will this spell doom for the 38 car? This will spell doom though. The 34 to the bottom, 38 in the middle. And Heredia on the high lane. He is whipping the high lane. Oh, Mason was not clear though. Heredia with the run on the high lane. Oh, Shake's gonna try to side draft him. 3 wide for the lead in the turn 1. Mason sailed it off into the corner. Here comes Heredia with the run on the high lane. He's gonna roll the center. He's gonna potentially get a good exit. Whoa, Shake's losing it, and the whole field behind him was almost. Heredia's clear now. He tried to go low. He tried to beat Mason to the low lane. It did not work. They're going to both track high. Now the top 5 all in about a line. And then Spexy is in a 3 wide situation with Mufasa and Cody. Yeah, Heredia and Mason, they definitely have an advantage. You can just see, even if it's a tiny bit, even if it's worth like a half a tenth, it still matters. Now Boom on the inside of Shake. Boom thinks he's probably faster. And yeah, he's gonna start getting impatient. Boom can probably work. Yeah, Boom can probably get up there and potentially win the stage. He just needs to get past the 38 car first, and what way that means, we don't know. Oh, 38 all over the back bumper of the 6. They both lost it. 38 in the wall. Here comes the 19 as the 88 got slowed up. The 78 behind the 19. The whole field side by side behind them. Moose tried the slide job on Hendrick. It's gonna work as the 36 hit Hendrick up the track a tiny bit. That killed his momentum on the high lane. They're 3 wide behind. Fourth, and for 7th, I think. No, 6th. But they got that sorted out in the back. They were still 3 wide for about a second, and now they got that figured out for 4th. Boom is the ultimate winner in that. He was able to fend them off so far. Now, however, battle for the lead. Heredia trying to take back the lead. Mason, he's going to kind of let him by for now, but will he try to make another move to get back by him? Lap 39. At the end of next lap is going to be where the points are paid. It is 2 to go. More like a lap and a half to go. Heredia's going to have to block for his life. He's got 2 FRM... well, maybe not FRM guys. Different teams. I forgot about that. Either way. Coming to the white flag. Here we go. Side by side for 3rd. Boom and Shake. Now, battle for the lead still, though. Heredia picking the bottom. Mason goes the middle. He's going to back up the corner. Boom's going to sail it off in there, try to get clear. And now, oh, God. All right. Heredia, he currently leads, but here comes Mason on the bottom. It's going to be, does Heredia go and chooses the outside? Yes, he does. Mason's going to try to slide job. Did he drive it in too deep? The answer is yes. Here comes Heredia on the bottom. Stage 1 winner, Heredia. What a stage. Heredia just kept his composure and allowed Mason to overdrive the corner, and it just allowed him to kind of back it up and get the run off the exit, which ultimately won him the stage. Oh, contact, Mason, Heredia. Mason's around. Boom is also in it too. And I think that just sent Mason and Boom both to the rear. Yeah, 88 and 34 to the rear. That is something you don't want to hear, especially for someone like Boom, who was in the rear before he pulled the strategy, and now he's gonna go right back to where he was. Pits are closed, so that means we can go one more lap before they can put on new fresh tires. We'll basically see everyone in this time. I'd be surprised if we see anyone take 2 here, because for all we know, this could go green to the end of the next stage, which is on lap 80. That's a whole pit stop that they have to make. But now with the second and third wrecking, that allows Cody and Shake to go up to second and third. I saw this at the end of last stage, but Spexy, if I can find him, I think I went the opposite way. There he is. You see, he is about, if I had to guess, about 10th. I can actually clarify that. Is he 10th? He's further than that. He is 13th, if I am correct. 13th. Yes, he is 13th.
You have a red front.
Yeah, 13th. So that is not something he wanted for a guy that had pretty much the strategy nailed down. Now he's gotta kind of do what he did in the first stage, but now he's gonna start a little bit further back. How will that play out? Everyone is in, as I predicted. You can just see them all file in the line as they all snake down the pits in their AIs. The 47 is the first one to hit his pits, and everyone else is gonna follow. Heredia's in now, and they graze each other and sometimes drive through each other as they go in the pits. The 10 gave the 6 a little bit of a door slam there. That's all AI. Anything them hitting is actually not what's actually happening. We see Jackson coming in late. Heredia's gonna come out now of his box. How is that gonna compare to everyone else? Heredia is going to win the race off pit road by a decent amount over Cody, Mufasa, and then Shake. Hendrick up in the 5th. Mufasa, I think, made some contact with Cody. I could not tell if that was severe contact or not, but it definitely was some sort of contact. Well, that was an interesting radio communication there that I just heard. I think you guys may have heard it too. Remember, choose cone is not at the line. It is at the entrance of 1. So that is a little bit different to how some people may be used to it. We will be getting back going, coming to lap 45, which means we have about 35 laps in the stage. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can top off if you're allowed to, but I don't think fuel wise they need to, but I could be wrong on that. However, we're getting ready for the choose cone here as they all line up basically on the white line. Well, Heredia choose the bottom. We saw Shake choose the bottom in the first caution, and now to start the stage, Heredia will be starting on the bottom, Cody on the outside, Mufasa on the bottom, and Shake on the outside. Definitely gonna be interesting. We see a Ford Toyota on the bottom, and then a Chevy Ford on the outside. How will that play out? This is this is kind of funny right now. On the bottom we have Ford, Toyota, Ford. On the outside we have Chevy, Ford, Chevy. And then a Ford. Oh, and we have a Toyota behind Hendrick. So, that's just something I just noticed on the spot. Whatever. They're having issues behind. 00 just went in the back about 2 cars. It looked like the 5 was slowing. They're all trying to get it sorted out back there. It must be chaos back there. As we go into the restart zone, Hoodie is going to roll into the restart zone, and he's going to slam the gas and get going almost immediately. Now we're back green. Hoodie has got the edge a bit. He's not fully clear though. Now he is. He's still going to run the bottom though. Yeah, he's going to hit the apron. That's going to leave the door wide open for the 11. If he takes it, he's going to go potentially to the lead. Oh, 78 through the middle. That's going to put Heredia on the outside. Not in the best lane, but he can make it work. I've seen him make it work before. Mufasa on the bottom. He's looking to go to the lead. That's going to send Cody all the way up the track, and it's going to block Heredia and box him in. Now, there's still 3 wide. Shake going bottom of 4. Hendrick is in the middle, and so is Mufasa. Oh, they make contact. Hendrick slides up. Heredia almost in the wall. That's allowing Cody to pull away. It is a hornet's nest from second on back. Cody able to block any lane that he wants, getting the pull any lane that he wants. Hendrick still in the middle. Shake is clear now. How does he use that? He's gonna roll it through the center and get all the way up to the outside. Heredia hit the wall, and that's gonna hurt his run. Hendrick's still there. 48 car on the inside of both of them. And that's AJ. First time he's really been in the picture. He's on the outside. Him and Heredia both almost hit the wall when Hendrick slid up a couple laps ago. Now, Shake hit the wall. Heredia's going to take the run that he now has. He's going to try and sail it off into the corner. Yes, he is going to do that. And he's going to be able to roll it through the center and get clear. AJ on the outside. He's going to try to use the momentum from the outside to pull ahead. Shake on the bottom, though. Not going to go down without a fight. Cody's pulled a little bit of a gap, and now Heredia is able to do the same. Yeah, it looks like you just can't really hold on the bottom that good. We've seen so many cars on the bottom slide up, as Shake did that time. It really can affect the outside if you slide up enough. But sometimes it just hurts yourself. 10 is around. That is John in front of the field. It's just him. No, it's another car. It's 3 cars. No caution yet. Apparently I heard he thought he was clear, and I'm guessing that was someone who cleared John. I couldn't tell what car it was, but it definitely was someone, obviously. But either way, that's a tough break for John. Both the 2 guys that I know are making their debut, will debut in the season. I have to clarify that. Hines has made races before. Well, Strexy has made races before, not Strexy has. But Strexy did not have a good end of stage 1. However, he's doing just what he did in stage 1. He's methodically making his way through the field. He's up in the, 4th now? Make that 5th. He's just kind of chilling behind the 38 car Shake. We know Shake has a good short run car. When the tires do wear, we see him start to fall off. Heredia, we know if he takes it smooth, or if he takes it nice and easy, he's fine. It's just when he starts to push and when he starts to lead and try to pull a gap, that's when his car starts to really give out on the long run. We don't know about Cody. We don't know about AJ. We haven't seen them up at the front yet. Here is another lap car. It is the 3 car again. Not a good day. They have definitely missed the setup on that 3 car. The boys back in the shop will not be happy. They're just trying to get it to the finish line in one piece at this point. Tack on the bottom. I don't know what's happened. That was a very unorthodox line there. that he took off the exit of the corner. Now something like Kyle Larson was doing here in the Xfinity race, when he was just kind of messing around when he was 17 seconds ahead of the field. He just went exiting off the bottom for whatever reason. We don't know, but yeah. It looks like AJ's caught up to the back of Heredia now, as these three all kind of sit in line, but it looks like it's like a slinky. People get spread out and they come back close. But now, here is the caution for what I do not know. I did not hear the communication. Oh! The 6 and the 78 both made contact. 78 has been confirmed to the rear. Yeah, they're saying, they're trying to debate if the 6 needs to drop back too. The 6 had nowhere to go. 16 showing his displeasure with the 18. That's not going to be too... that's going to be interesting. 78's going to protest and go to the lead either way. And it looks like they're gonna enter. Alright, there they are. They're in line. Putting most people in line except for the 88 car there. One guy that definitely helped though is the 88 car, because he was trying to make his way through the field. One car stayed out. That is John. He has a lot of damage. I'm guessing he already repaired that. I'm guessing he's just going around. He might have to get his lap back. We're gonna stay on Heredia. Reminder, he entered the pits second to the 78 car, about a car length. Well, he was right on his bumper. Here comes AJ. AJ was behind Heredia. Now Heredia goes out ahead. How about the 78? Heredia with a great pit stop. And the 6 crew has gotten the lead. Heredia is going back to the lead in Miami after that amazing pit stop by the 6 crew. And Heredia's gotta be loving that. That just got him ahead of one of his big competitors. They're trying to figure out the 10 is the race leader. The 10 is John. We don't... Yeah. Apparently he got the free pass. He's getting told to drop to the back. There he goes. He's dropping to the back. It just took a little bit of time to get to him. Again, communication is not on par, so something I hear in the Discord is going to take about a second or two to get to the drivers, because they're in parties and I am literally just in the Discord just listening. So, yeah. Hoodie is going to pick the bottom, though, it looks like, and Cody's going to follow him. The 18 is going to stay out on... Well, not stay out. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to take the front row. And the 38's going to be right behind him. He took that... yeah. He took the mentality of winners take the front row. And... I remember, I forget when that was said, but that was said a couple of years ago. Maybe last year. I don't remember. There's a train going by, so I need to shut my window. Either way.
Did come there, and now we're obviously on the 47 and 88 to prove that didn't happen because he's not going to the rear.
88 apparently had some sort of violation. I'm guessing it was a Jewish cone violation, but he's not dropping to the rear, so he's going to argue that, and that's going to be taken to race control after the race. However, let's not focus on race control after the race, let's focus on the race. Here, Heredia rolling into the restart zone. He's going to slam the throttle, this time get a better jump. AJ could not get going, and now Heredia and Cody are all clear, and Spexy is now clear also. 3 cars got clear, and now AJ AJ was in third, now he's in fourth, and he's fending off. There's a whole slew of cars behind him. Will Cody try to make a move on Heredia for the lead? No, they just sitting behind. Watch out for that 13 car. We saw he was good on the long run. How about now, though? A couple laps are shaved off, so how is that going to change the complexion of the stage? Reminder, it's on the end of lap 80, and we're on right now 57, so we still got a ways to go, just about 24, 23 to go in that range. So still enough for the tires to wear for it to change. It's just not going to be as much of a swing as we saw in stage 1. So Svexy, we see him getting further to the front. Yeah, AJ gonna pull up to the back bumper for Heredia. They're gonna get pushing and try to use the outside lane momentum to get clear of Svexy. Heredia is going to for a second. Cody hit the wall and that just checked everyone up. 48's gonna completely wall the 38 and contact. Heredia made a little bit with Boom. Tactical strap on the bottom of 3Y. He was in the paint all the way down the front stretch. And that 38's just getting used up. Oh no! Cody's having issues. It looks like his car is losing it. He just lost it in front of the field. He saved it though! He completely got it regrouped. They're 4 wide behind Heredia. AJ in the middle. So same with Mufasa. And the 48 on the bottom. I'm pretty sure Sharp was on the outside. Calling the wall on the inside wall. Actually, that was a 77. He slammed that inside wall. Don't know how he got there, but just know he got there. Oh, Svexy in the wall. Here comes Boom. Boom doesn't like to sit behind people. He wants to lead as many laps as he can, and Svexy knows that. Will he give him it, or will he just try to keep the lead? Boom is, no matter what, gonna battle as hard as he can for the lead. Who does Heredia go with? Who does Heredia trust to lead? And they're still side by side behind, so they have time to figure this out. It's just how are they gonna figure it out? Boom is gonna roll the center, get clear Svexy, but now here comes Heredia. We know Heredia has pace. We know Heredia wants to lead. We know Heredia has been leading. How is this gonna play out? Two guys that want to lead, and Svexy who just kind of wants to sit in and chill for at least a couple more laps. Here comes Sharp. Hasn't been in the picture all day yet, and now here he is when it starts to get close to crunch time in stage 2. Sharp is appearing out of nowhere, and he's gonna, oh, I think he may have hit Mufasa. AJ all the way up on the outside. Shake kinda went halfway up to the outside. Didn't fully get there though. Boom leads right now. Heredia looks pretty content to sit behind, and we know Svexy is content to sit behind. He's sat behind many people this race. It's just when it gets time to the end of the stage, that's when we're going to start seeing that 13 car come alive. We don't know about the 11. The 11 was really conservative, was almost as conservative as the 13 in stage 1, so I really compared them together. Now they sit 3 and 4. How will they work through the top 2? The top 2 being 2 fast cars, just long run. We don't really know when it comes to Boom. We know Heredia, he can be fine, but when he has to lead, it's not his forte as the run goes on. It looks like AJ hit the wall. He's been on the outside too much. Battle for the lead. Heredia sent it to the inside. Kind of gave it back to Boom like it was an accident. I don't know if he intended to go to the inside, but now either way, he is on the inside. 3 wide behind. Sharp on the bottom. Mufasa in the middle. Svexy on the high lane. Svexy looks like he hit the wall on the entrance of 3. He's just trying to get in. Mind you, he's just trying to chill. He just pulled a switchback on Sharp though, and now he's gonna get in behind though. They're still really battling. Jamie Wright is right in the middle of it. AJ on the outside. Tactical Strap is all the way on the outside. Jackson's in this. The 48 car. Hendrick's in this. the 19 car has been running up front all day, and then the 9, the 38, or the 36, and Cody, who had a couple issues, his car did not want to get hooked up. Wow, what a moment by Shake. That lost him a lot of time, lost him touch of the front pack. That's going to completely split up this pack. Jamie White kind of had a meltdown at the end of Daytona. Now here he is, coming back as many people said he would. And he's currently running. Wow! That was a hard impact. 19, 18, 2 cars around. Oh wow, the 2 car got plowed by the 47. 19-2, looks like the 18 kind of saved it. They're figuring out for a caution. We'll get an understanding by the end of this lap. Wow, 38's lagging. Oh my god, he is lagging bad. And that's gonna hurt Sharp. Sharp has been struggling with lag in almost every league he runs, and it's now affecting him again. And they're still going. I can hear the engines. They're still going full on, so that means we still have racing. No cautions. Just we're keeping on going. Now, what lap is it? Let's check. It's lap 67 out of 80 in the stage, so that means we're coming to about 13 to go. Which means if you're Spexy, if you're Shake, if you're Jackson, you might want to start closing in that gap. You maybe not burn completely through your tires, especially if you've been managing it. One guy that we talked about managing, we mentioned him we mentioned him, but he wasn't really a factor in stage 1. Now he's a huge factor in stage 2. That is Mufasa. We saw him kind of in the same strategy as Spexy, not to the best avail in stage 1. Well, not to the same avail, but now here he is, and right in P2, with probably just a little bit better. Now, if he starts to push on Heredia, if he starts to make Heredia push a little bit more, that's when we can see Heredia's car potentially start to step out and really kind of lose it. We don't know about Boom, though. Boom could have a long run car, he could have a short run car. We don't know. We just know he is fast right now. Oh wow, another car just hit the wall. I couldn't tell exactly who it was. I know Shake went down the track that allowed Spexy to pull away from these guys. Now Spexy's all alone to deal with this 3-car pack that is pulling away. Ten cars around. That is kind of funny because they were talking about that as I cut to him. 19's all the way back here after getting caught up in a wreck. The yellow is out. 10 cars around, and that was the trigger of the caution. 11 is still chugging along. Just, I don't know if he wanted to leave the extra lap just to be funny, or if he just wanted to just keep going, or didn't know if there's a caution yet. Who knows? It's Mufasa. He was doing whatever he wanted to do, and now he's gonna set back in the P2. Car on the wall on the outside. That's the 47. The electric's not too happy with him. Mason's in the pits. I can't tell if he's out of the race or if he's just there. Now it's a great time to kind of look. Sikkim is the 47. Ugh. That probably led people a little bit the wrong way, I guess. John getting back around. Heredia is the leader. Reminder, the damage that you see on these cars is not actually what they have. They've already had that repaired. It's kind of, it's a visual glitch. Because on our screens it doesn't repair, but for them it does. So their car could be looking perfectly fine right now, but for us it looks like it is killed. Prime example, that 11 car. Like, what the heck is happening with that car? But on his screen, it's perfectly fine. Which is fine. So, Heredia was the leader entering the pits. Who's going to be the leader exiting the pits? Sharp is going all the way down the pits. He's going to his box. He was just that far back. The 10 car... that's not the 10 car, that's the 16 that stayed out. Oh my god, Heredia barely beat the 11 out. The 11 had a good stop, just couldn't fully get it. Wow. Mufasa's still gotta be happy with his crew. That crew almost got him the lead, but Heredia's crew is just good enough to get him staying in the lead. We see the palm trees down the back here. Obviously we're in Miami. We mentioned palm trees at the start of the stream, and that's what we mean. We're also in Miami. No beaches necessarily near. We have to go a couple miles to get to a beach, but it's Miami. Miami beaches, that kind of just makes perfect sense. Now, Heredia is the leader. Obviously, no one's going to pit this time, because Choose Cone, I'm guessing, is this time. They're also going to be restarting very shortly. Reminder, stage ends end of lap 80. We are on lap 74. Coming to 75 when the green flag is waved. That's going to give us about 6 laps to decide for the 6th car if he can stay in the lead, or if someone like the 88 or 11 can take it from him. The 88 did pick the outside, but Mufasa and Heredia both were the 2 front cars. They picked the bottom. Shake and Hendrick on the outside, their nose to tail like they were in Daytona. And Svexy is also on the bottom. Jackson's behind him. We're starting to see, again, Boom's been through so much this race, and he started on pole, reminder. The guy who started in second, it seems like he hasn't got out of the mid-pack until now, and that's Jackson, the 16 car back there. You see him in the black 16 car with yellowish-green stripes, leading us into the restart zone for what seems to be the 3rd time. Heredia's going to lead us to the green. Boom got a jump. Was it a little too much, though? Did the 88 fire off before the 6? It doesn't matter. The 6 is going to be able to get clear now. Oh, he clipped the apron. That's not going to get him fully clear. The 88's going to go all the way up the track. He's going to clip the wall. And here comes the 11 and the 38. Look out for the 13, the 16. They're not too far out of this. Heredia drives it into the corner, trying to keep the lead. Off of turn 4. Here we come. 5 to go. 19 is looking like he's going to bring it into the pits. I couldn't tell if he actually was. We'll have to check up on that situation later. Mufasa to the bottom. Heredia, where he has been almost all race, on the outside. Mufasa's been able to make passes on the bottom. Will he be able to make a pass for what could be the stage win? Look out. Oh yeah, it's already caution. My bad. Alright, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm gonna try to figure out something. Hold on. It is lap 77 right now, so we're gonna have to, if this is a caution, well, this is a caution, if we're gonna get back green before the end of the stage, we're gonna wanna, speed it up. Daytona, we had a kind of a sprint like this for, I think, one of the stages, maybe stage 1, I think, when Moose made that 3 wide pass through the middle to win the stage. That was a Superman move. We'll be able to do it again. This time he starts second. He started on the outside that time when he did make that move. let's see. It's gonna be really interesting. No one's gonna pit from the front. No one's gonna pit at all. And maybe a couple cars in the back start to peel off as they kind of realize, okay, let's do it. Lap 78. We're gonna have to get back on this time, so I'm guessing they're choosing on the backstretch.
Right at the start. That's what fucked up the start for everybody there. Just a couple legs.
I'm guessing it was a kind of messed up start, which really caused the caution. I couldn't, again, as much as I may be in the Discord, I don't fully know everything that causes the cautions. So, you know, yeah. This is gonna be overtime. I heard that there. So that means we're gonna go past lap 60. Well, not 60, 80. We are coming to 79 this time. So I'm guessing this is where we choose. Pits, I'm guessing, are closed. So we can choose and get back going, which means we'll be about one lap. It's going to be the completion of 81. Yeah, I'm going to have some gummy as well. I wait. I hear the bag. But yeah, already on the bottom. Well, I think will be a 2-lap shootout in overtime to decide the win on the stage. They said they're going to overtime. 1-lap shootout. My bad. Clarification. 1-lap shootout. Completion of lap 80 is one. It's gonna pay the points for the stage. Heredia gonna lead us to the green. We're coming to lap 80 this time. We're gonna have 1 lap to decide it. 1 lap, and it's gonna be a lot of cars all going for the win. Heredia has got a good start so far. Musa all over his back bumper trying to get clear so he can be the one to make the move for what could be the stage win. Evelyn's got to get it sorted out down the back because it's going to be one person making the move. The side draft from the 38. Is it going to make the 6 invincible? He doesn't have they don't have enough. The 6 car off the final corner. Heredia is going to bring out the broom and sweep the stages in Miami. Heredia wins stage 2. Car in the wall. That was a 17 of electric. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Alright. Time to put my gummies back. Alright. Now, Heredia is... figuring out the stage. Points right now. Pits are closed as they sort everything out, so if I had to guess, we'll begin going with about on lap like 84, 85, which is about what we did get. We went going about it was like 45, so probably somewhere on there. Reminder, this last stage is long. 2 full pit stops. Well, 2 full runs that you have, not 2 full pit stops, 2 full runs, which means a pit stop basically down the middle. You can adjust it around, try to make it later by recovering some fuel. You can pit earlier by, well, pitting earlier, which means you can be close on fuel and tires at the end of the race, but it also means you get the undercut. You get the fresh tires first. you get the gain, like a second per lap. But over time, the guys that stay out longer and longer can potentially change that. At least I think it'll be 2 for 1s. It's gonna be about like 50 laps. So yeah, how about that? However is gonna lead us into the pits. Someone stayed out. Who's the mystery person that stayed out? We'll see in a second. 3 cars getting his lap back. AJ is the car that stayed out. AJ's not been able to get much track position this race, so hopefully he can change the tides. $19 coming in late. You can always see the cars exiting. We're gonna wait for the 6 car. There's the 6 car coming out. The 19's gonna beat him off pretty easily. Well, what looks like gas and go for 19 is gonna get him up in the second. Palladium moves down to third. Shake in fourth, and Jackson in fifth. Remember, choose cone is in turn 1. I feel like I say this every caution, but yes, that's something different. So, yeah. Interesting to see who picks what lane. Now, mind you, we saw the tires and how much they meant over a, like, was it 8-lap run at the end of stage 1? Now we're gonna see it over a 50-lap run. Now, yeah, sure, people might be thinking, well, the tires are gonna even out. Sure, they could. But that's what we're here for. We're here to figure stuff out. And that was a weird kind of spot. AJ looked like he was going to the outside. He picked the bottom. The 19 picked the outside. And Heredia last minute picked the bottom. That was a cat and mouse game to decide who was going to go to the front row. The 16 is doing his own thing. $16 might get a penalty because apparently the 19 has damage now. So fun, because we love stuff. I just heard a name get called, so yeah. Already throwing harsh names around. However, green this time. We're back underway in stage 3. AJ is the leader. 19 did get a good start on the outside though. They're still side by side, pretty much even for the first 3 rows. Now, Heredia kind of lost a bit of time. That's going to give Shake a little bit of space to come down if he wants. Yes, he will. 3 wide bottom. Here comes Shake. He's going to the lead if he does it right. AJ's going to slide up. Does not have as much grip as the guys below him. And now, Shake to the lead. Heredia cannot let him get too far out. Pinching the 18. The 18's going like, I have nowhere to go. What do you want me to do? And now he's gonna slide up again. Hit the 19 up, and that's gonna allow the 6 and the 11 to go by. And here comes the 13 of Strexy, but he has Jackson also on his outside. It looks like Strexy is gonna get in behind the 16. We're starting to see kind of some people start to pop in and out, but one guy I just saw get up into the front, just get up into the front, and that is Electric. He is here. I haven't seen him much near the front, but here he is. He's back up to the, well, not back up, he's in the front now. And also just right there is Boom. 48 car, oh buddy, save it. He did. What a save by the 48 car. Who is the 48 car? I've been calling him the 48 car. That's Dallin. And apparently intentional wreckings are getting thrown around right now, so that's something fun to talk about after the race, hopefully, and not during the race. Alright, Shake still leads though. Heredia is pretty much on his bumper, maybe just running a little bit higher. How does that really change anything? It doesn't do much. It just less turn, and it helps him roll the center better. Can help him get a better run off. He's not going up the track as much off the corner, so he can kind of build more momentum. And we're already kind of seeing that. Mufasa behind him. 13 lag spike and gave the 18 damage. There's a little bit of confusion in the thing. Yeah, 80. They're trying to figure out if AJ's damage car counts as a car, because it was caused due to lag from the 13, so that's why I was quiet in this for a second, because I was trying to get them sorted out, see that get sorted out and kind of listen in. Whoa. Because I'm pretty sure we're close to a caution. If that does count as a car, then I think that's a caution, but they got that sorted out, I'm pretty sure, because we're still going green, so right now they're either still sorting it out, or they've already gotten it sorted out. Talking about sorting something out, Herdia's got to sort out the apron there, because he almost just slammed the inside wall, and now he's going to hit Spexy a bit. Spexy's struggling with a tiny bit of lag, which kind of sucks for him. Because he's been having a really good car, having a really good race. Talking about having a good race, that's kind of the opposite of what the 88 has had. He's been up and down everywhere. Name a position in the race and you can bet that he's been in that position at least once, maybe even twice. Talking about twice, the 16 car just got loose for probably more than twice. I don't know why I made that reference, but Boom and Jackson making contact. They started on the front row. However, Boom was on the inside, Jackson was on the outside. However, this time it switched. But these two are not giving each other an inch. There's got to be some animosity between them, because, oh man, they are door slamming. I don't think Cody or AJ are liking that ahead of them. That's allowed the 17 of Electric to pull up close. One guy I have not seen much of the race. I want to see if he's still in the race. Sharp's not. Hendrick is not in the race, from what I can tell. Hendrick, last week's winner. Tough end to Homestead, a track that he is pretty good at. 38 car just hit the wall, it looks like, because he lost a lot of time. Cody kind of scripted the corner. That's gonna leave the door wide open for the 88 to flood on in. Mufasa's in the lead now. How about that? We talked about who would be good over the long run, and we mentioned, well, I talked about who would be good over the long run, and I mentioned these two cars. Look where they are right now, 1-2. It's not a long run yet. I still think that 6 is kind of saving his stuff, realizing, hey, I might have to save my stuff. This is going to be important if I'm going to, you know, be as good as the 11 and the 13 over the long run. They're still green. I thought they were about to call caution for a second, but they're still green. We're still green. We're seeing it start to get spread out until we get this pack here. Whoa, they almost just wrecked too. As I was talking about them, Tactical Strap had a huge moment. He had to save the car. Why or how? These are some serious questions gonna ask the 51. That's not something I've heard in a while. Hold on, give me a sec. Sorry for the silence, but I had to talk to my mom about something, so yeah, whatever. Now, let's go back into the action, into the race, whatever we want to see. There's a lot of interesting things. 3 of these cars have a 1 in their number, and the other one has a 6. That's the only number that they have on the car, but the car behind him also has a 6 in it too. So some sort of stuff happening here. But again, it's really going to come down to who can place their car in the right positions at the right time. It's not about being the fast car. It's about being in the right position to capitalize. We talk about how certain cars can be fast. For example, Boom has been really fast all race, but look where he is right now. He is sitting in 6th place. That's not where you want to be at the end of the race. You want to be in this front pack. Where someone like Svexy or Mufasa, who has been consistently been able to keep their cars up at the front for the majority of the race, talking about that, what a save by Mufasa, but they've been able to continue and keep themselves in the race, and it's allowed them to be where they are right now, be as big as threats as they are. I don't know if we've seen his full pace yet, but from the intel that I've gathered, his car is good, but for how long? That is the question. How much can he push the car without it stepping out over the long run? Svexy, we haven't really seen him lead that much with over the long run. We saw him take the lead, but we haven't seen his car in clean air how it does over the long run. But we haven't seen many cars in clean air. Why? Because a lot of cars don't get clean air for a lot of time unless you're in the 6 car, 38 car, 11, 13. Those cars, you can get the clean air that you want right now. It's currently these two that are all working together. The 11 had a huge moment. He's fallen back to 6th. Jackson's fallen off this pack a bit, but he's back up. It looks like about the top 8 are all kind of close, and then you have to drop off a bit to the next couple cars. But yeah, it's really gonna be, now we're gonna see if we see certain cars get squiggly, we know, okay, their car is loose. That means their car is not at the point where their car should be. That means their car is that means the tires are too worn on the car for it to actually run fast laps, run leader type laps. If we see cars getting loose, that's a bad sign for that car. If we see cars being able to kind of keep on with traction, like kind of that 13, not really kind of slip or slide, that's a good thing. That's how we know, okay, they have a long run car. That's a good thing when we come to this. 30 to go, I'm pretty sure. Which means the pit window, I'm pretty sure, just is open now. Which is definitely an interesting thing to think about. Tactical Strap almost just wrecked. I'm looking at his stream, and he almost just, just wrecked. There is a car up here that is going lap down. Who is it? I don't know. I don't recognize the car. I can say that for sure. It looks like the 42. If I had to put if I had to put a number to the car, it looked like the 42. Electric's kind of fallen off this pack, which is basically made it a 7-car pack. And again, we're gonna see, especially as pit stops go on, we're gonna see people start to fall off, and the tires really start to kind of come in, and it's a mix of fast but managed. Like, it's gonna be a mix of who can manage their car but still be fast. That's what's gonna decide who wins this race. We've seen this in other stuff. 107 laps. That's how. Well, one lap 107 right now. '77 is around. Do they count as a car? '47 is in this time. He's pulling an undercut. That is Sikkim. Where is he in the track? Or on the track? I think he's further back. I think he's near where you see a bunch of those lines of cars back there. I think that's where he is. Svexy's still able to hold on to the lead. However, there was a moment, I couldn't tell from who exactly though. I wasn't paying attention fully. Svexy hit the apron though. That's kind of made this field all kind of bunched up. And that Boom's gone all the way to high lane. Don't know if he's trying to let people by or if he is just doing whatever. 42 is 1 lap down, by the way. It's really going to come down to these 7. We talk about being in the right place in the right time. This is the right place right now. It's not the right time yet, though. The right time is after this pit stop. You don't want to speed. You don't want to have a slow stop. The only thing that's out of your control is the pit stop. You can control the exit. You can control the entry. You can control if you get a speeding penalty or not. You can't control the pit stop. You can lose probably about at max 1.2 seconds off a pit stop. However, usually around you lose or gain about 5/10. That's probably around the average. So that's not necessarily that much that can affect you. 5/10 is not much. However, 1.2, that's a lot. A second and 2/10, that's a lot of time that can affect you. Talking about time, 77 is starting to run out of time before he goes. I'm pretty sure 2 laps down now. I'm pretty sure I saw he wrecked and was getting lapped just not too long ago. This is where we're going to see people start to peel off. Some people might try to undercut, but I feel like these guys are running enough times to the point where that's not necessarily that possible. 18 is in all by himself. Why can I not talk today? Anyways, we know guys are going to go to the end of the field line. We know guys have been saving a bit of fuel so they can potentially go longer. How will this play out? We're going to have guys on new tires at the end of the race, but coming from the 2-3 seconds back, and we're going to have guys on old tires 2-3 seconds ahead of the field. It's really going to be interesting. Then you're going to have the guys in the middle that kind of didn't necessarily save anything or paid just a lap earlier than their fuel suggests. So those guys will kind of be in the middle. That's the safe strategy. That's a strategy that could get you up. Like, that's a strategy that will have you a shot at the win if you do it fine. But the other strategies are going for the win. That is you full on committing for the win, or full on committing for something. And especially if you're kind of at the tail end of this pack like Cody is as he pits, he's pulling an undercut. That's what he's doing. These guys' lap times are enough. Tactical strap is in now, but these guys' lap times are enough to the point where draft isn't affecting them. So new tires, you can run 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a second faster. A lot of people are signaling this time. Who can go later? That is the thing. If someone can go later, that is going to be the key to this race. It's just who does. Who decides to go later? Absolutely no one. And everyone is in. Heredia is going to beat Svexy into the pits. that can mean something. Svexy had a more lenient entry to the pits, which is fine. It just means he gave up position to a rival. He can gain that back as long as his crew brings him a solid stop. That's all you're asking for on this time. A great stop that's amazing, but all you need is a solid stop. You don't want a 16-second stop. If you get a 16 or more second stop, that's your race. You can consider it over. Now, reminder, we had about 2-3 cars peel off early that were in that front pack. They're going to get the edge, but by how much? Heredia is going to lead this pack off. Not by much, though. Svexy's on his bumper. There's a little bit of gap back to Jackson. They got to hit this pit exit right. You see the cars that pitted early. Cody, the 18 of AJ, also coming around. They're up to speed, my reminder. And these guys are not up to speed. That's why you see this 78 flying by. He's up to speed, but he's also on worn tires. That is the big thing. No one tried to go long, at least that was in this front pack. Someone maybe tried going long in the other packs, but yeah, now it's between these guys up here. Who's going to be able to do it? Who's going to be able to do it? This is a full push to the end. Now, if you're in this front pack and you're chilling like Svexy is, you might want to save some tire. Talking about saving tire, that definitely didn't save any tire for the 78 as he slammed the outside wall. Now they gave Heredia a little bit of breathing room back to the 13. That is not what you want if you're the rest of the field. Arguably the fastest car with the breathing room. Uh-oh. That is what is playing in a lot of these guys' minds right now. The 13's got to start to try to do something. Svexy, we don't necessarily know him for raw pace. We know him for being smart with strategy, being smart with saving tire, and being there at the end, putting himself in the right positions at the right time, what he has done all race long. And now he sits in second behind one of the best to do it, and Jackson's also behind him, hounding him down. AJ had the repair damage, that's what's affecting him. But reminder, all the top 3 pitted on the same lap. The 78, who's the first car that pitted early, look where he is. He's not in really contention. We could if the 11 puts on some speed, he can potentially be in contention. But I think even the 88 of Boom is kind of at a spot where he needs to get by that 78 fast. That 78's going to be holding him up. He needs to get by him now if he wants to make a move. He heard me. He is making a move. That is Boom's style of racing. He's going to do anything he can to win, to put himself in a better position to win. And that's what he's doing right now. Trying to get up to 4th. Well, he got up to 4th. Now he's got to go, and Cody's not going to let him down without a fight, and that's going to pretty much seal the race for the 88 car. Oh wow, they saved it. Oh my god. Coming to 120. Now we are on lap 120, 15 to go this time. Reminder, we're very close on caution. There can be a caution, but the top 3, they don't want it. They especially do not want it. This race will be a very interesting one if it comes down to between these 3. Now, entertainment-wise, yeah, come on, throw on a caution. We would love to see it if we're talking about entertainment. But if we're talking about pure racing to the end, this is what we want. This is what we want to have. Guys just racing to the end, managing their stuff, using a mix of pace and finesse to get around the track with enough to potentially battle for the win. Now, don't count this second pack out, wherever it is, right here. I don't like the car leading it. Not that Cody's slow, but he's just on older tires. That's not what you want. Mufasa's overdriving the corner. That's his issue. He's fast if he can get by the 78 and have the 78 push him. He just needs to do that quick. They need to get this swapped if they want to potentially. I don't want to count out the 78 if they do sit behind, which is probably what Mufasa's going to do. But it's probably better if Mufasa does lead The 18 is trying to get by the 88 behind them. The top three are just kind of in their own zip code at this point. There's a pack behind Shake. Shake is trying to hold them back and fend them off. Yeah, you just see Mufasa able to drive it in nicely, able to roll through the corner nicely, able to just have a better set of corners. He doesn't look the most stable out on the track, but he definitely looks enough. He looks more stable than the 78. He looks faster than the 78. Battle for the lead is raging on wherever I can find it. AJ talking about how he repaired the damage and somehow got slower. These cars did not get slower though. That 77 car maybe got slower, but these top three definitely didn't get slower. If anything, they got faster. Now, new leaders, Jackson. He was not content with sitting and riding behind Spexy and Heredia, so he decided, I'm just gonna decide my own fate and start to lead. This is where we're gonna see kind of it start to fall off. Right around 10 to go, which is about where we are right now, is when we're gonna start to see the long run aspect start to kind of slowly fade in, and we're gonna see potentially maybe a car from here start to fall off. I can't tell you who it will be, but we might see a car that just does not have the pace to run with the leaders as the tires wear. We are looking at, I couldn't tell how many laps to go. My bad. Jackson still leads. No sense of urgency from Heredia. That's just right now how he's kind of thinking. He's just kind of chilling out right now. Not trying to force anything. Not trying to be overly aggressive. Because that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to pull everyone up to you. Because you can make this race between you three, get some good points, and not make this race, not allow everyone in this race. There's 8 laps to go. We're coming to 7 this time. It is going to be an absolute dogfight between the top 3. Who's going to have the tire left? Who's going to have the pace left? Who's going to be able to finesse their car around the track? Oh, Jackson, he had a moment. He's blocking Heredia. Spexy's liking this because it's allowing him to sit back and just watch as they all drive as hard as they can. Spexy kind of Heredia made a mistake, allowed Spexy to get to his bumper, and Spexy kind of moved him, it looked like. The 42 is going on what could be another lap down. Pretty sure we're coming to 6 to go. 6 laps for the 6 car to get by the 16. That's a lot of 6s in one sentence. But then you have the 13 behind them. I'm trying to check how many laps to go to know if I'm correct. Yes, 6 to go. We're coming to 5. Contact between the leaders. It's not over for the guys behind if they all work together, but it is slowly fading. It's gonna be probably between these 3 unless something huge happens. Heredia is going as much as he can, trying to make the bottom work, trying to side draft. He didn't really side draft, but he was able to drive it into the corner nicely. Jackson still able to wrap the middle. Heredia able to wrap the bottom. They almost come together. They may have came together. Here comes Spexy. Does he try to make a move? No, he's gonna sit in behind and wait. He is in the cap boot. See, there's something bad goes. Something goes wrong. 16 up the track with a lower contact from the 6. 13 almost hit the pit barrels. He saved it though. And now, is that all she wrote for 13? Probably not. 4 to go. 4 laps for the top 3. They are losing a lot of time. The 42. He's going another lap down. How does he play into the race? He doesn't do much yet. Now, Jackson's slowly getting closer. Jackson's got to get to the bumper in order to make this a battle again. they're all so even. It's going to be so tough. 3 to go. The time is winding down on the 16 car. He ran out of time. He ran out of help at Daytona. He didn't have anyone pushing him at the end, and it cost him the win at Daytona. Now he is sitting in the same position that he was in Daytona. Now he isn't on the outside. Help isn't that much of a big factor here, but he still needs to make something happen. He still needs to do something. Talking about doing something, he almost just wrecked himself. 2 to go. Time winding down, withering away. Now it's just 2 more laps, 4 more corners. Make that no, not 4 more corners. Make that 6 more corners now to get through. Coming to the white flag, this time by, it's gonna be 1 lap for Heredia. 1 lap to go. He's gonna have to fend for his life. It's gonna have to be the best lap he's ran all race. He's gonna have to defend like a lion, cause Jackson will do anything for the win. Look at the 13. He's not completely out of it yet. Both go high. Here comes the 13 with the run. Here's the 16 also. Heredia blocks low. 16 gives him the bumper. Here comes the 13. Bumper to the back of the 16. The 6 is home free. Heredia off the 4. He's gonna do it in Miami. Spexy tried, he backed up, he did almost everything right, he just wasn't close enough to get it done. Heredia is victorious in Miami. A very, very good, interesting race, and especially in that last stage, we saw a bit of tire wear, pitch strategy, finesse, speed, whatever you want, even a bit of battling for the win. We saw a little bit of bumping for the win. We saw 3 cars driving their butts off to win this race, and only one of them did. 2 others come on a little bit disappointed. We didn't get the Cinderella story that we wanted. We didn't get Spexy winning like we had Hendrick winning last week, but he got P2. Is that good enough for you? Heredia wins. There's only so much you can ask for to beat Heredia, and especially at tracks like these. It's not easy to beat Heredia. There's a reason why there's God in his name. Jackson tried everything. We knew he was going to do something. It just wasn't enough. He tried, but in the end, it didn't fully work. He didn't move him up enough. He didn't drive it in hard enough, and it's too little, too late. Well, too little, I guess a little bit too late. I want to check who gets the fastest lap. Jackson gets the fastest lap. Congratulations to Jackson. Don't know if that does anything for the championship. I'll have to understand that as we go on. But Jackson, fastest lap. Very cool from him. But I mean, hey, we saw a lot of interesting stories, a lot of good racing. That is just typical Miami. You can go pretty much anywhere on the track that you want besides the apron. You can even go on the apron sometimes, but it doesn't necessarily work as good as every other lane. But there's only so much that you can expect. What is next on the schedule? Let's check. I can give you confirmation. Texas Motor Speedway is next. It is the next gen cars. That is what it will be. So we're gonna see a lot of kind of plate style racing there. It's gonna be like what you see at Atlanta in real life. Is that good? It can be. But again, we'll have to see how that plays out next time. Thank you guys for coming out on your Tuesdays to watch the stream, to watch this race. And I'm hoping you guys are pleased. I was definitely pleased with the action that we saw on track. And hopefully we see, again, more good action at Texas Motor Speedway next Tuesday. Hope you guys had fun. I did. And again, I'm Aiden Johnson, or on PlayStation known as Small NASCAR Fan. And I'm so glad to commentate this race. It was a great race. I had fun. But it's time to end the stream at one point, and that point is now. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week for NASCAR. I think there's other stuff happening on the channel throughout the week, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching.